Monarchs continue to be one of the most fascinating butterflies the world has ever seen, but the decline in the monarch population, rather alarming.
Yes, for today's Bugs, Lawns and Gardens segment, we sit down with a certified horticulturist to discuss this amazing butterfly and how you could potentially help the population.
The monarch is one of our most iconic pollinators that we have. They're distinctively orange and black. Probably the thing that's most interesting about them is that they make this incredible trek. The monarch is the only butterfly that makes a two-way migration like birds do. But you have this incredibly fragile insect that in the fall will have to make this unbelievable one-way trip back again to a place they've never been before. So they must have a heck of a compass to know where they're going. They will follow the milkweed as they're coming out of Mexico all the way upwards to Canada. So they are following their nesting grounds. You're dealing with 4 different generations. That last group, they aren't interested once they hatch from their chrysalis. They're not interested in mating at that point in time. That very last group, they go into what's called diapause. The last generation is the unique one. They call it the Methuselah generation. They'll live much longer than their contemporaries. They can live 6 to 8 months. Their goal at that point in time as the last generation is to fly all the way back to Mexico to where they originated, or at least their great-great-grandparents did. Certainly not mowing alongside of highways while they're in the area. They need maybe upwards of 6 weeks to get out of the area. So every monarch does count going back to Mexico, but the biggest issue is once they get back there, they overwinter in the same grounds called the oil mill fir forest. It's just outside of Mexico City, up at about 10,000–11,000 foot elevation. This forest that they literally go and cling to the trees during the wintertime is at almost 2 to 3% of its original size. So as much as we might be able to send a lot more butterflies back there by increasing milkweed and not mowing it down and giving them a chance to make this migration, if they're going back to a place that only has a small sliver of the amount of forest that was originally there, the numbers that are going to die because they don't have the insulation from the forest is unfortunate. As they're trying to move north, they're following the milkweed. If we do everything we can to increase milkweed in this country, which is great, every plant does count. Schools can help, parks can help, golf courses can even help. Certainly not mowing alongside of highways while they're in the area. They need maybe upwards of 6 weeks to get out of the area. But there aren't a lot of areas alongside of the roads. It's about the only place where they can lay their eggs.